Good morning, everybody, and welcome to VG Myths, the online internet video game TV show that actively avoids turning a profit. In New Super Mario Bros. 2, the Mushroom Kingdom's economy has gone bonkers. Coins are flooding the streets, and Mario and Luigi are rushing out to gather riches and maybe accidentally rescue a princess along the way. But success in life can't be boiled down to something as simple as a number in your bank account. And that's why tonight we're tackling a challenge with a more intrinsic reward. Can you beat New Super Mario Bros. 2 without collecting any coins? Since the game is so focused on coin collecting, the devs were polite enough to give us a couple dozen separate coin counters in addition to the standard in-level count. The run is officially complete when we reach the game's end screen with every one of these counters at 0. The most important of these is the global coin count. It tracks every coin ever collected regardless of mode or save file. Coins are added to the counter after death or upon finishing a level, so if you collect a coin and die, or somehow accidentally be good at the game, you'll need to home button your way out of there before your entire career is permanently tainted. Thankfully, coins are rarely actually spaced in ways that make them impossible to avoid. Most are suspended in the air and let you duck under or jump over. The run progresses without incident through level 1-Fortress, where we take the secret exit leading towards the game's first cannon, potentially allowing us to skip worlds. And just as importantly, we're now capable of saving our progress. Before beating the game, you can only save after clearing a fortress, castle, or cannon, but there's absolutely nothing stopping you from replaying the same fortress over and over to get free cheesy saves. Get real used to playing 1-Fortress. You're gonna be replaying it after every single level. 1-Cannon is an auto-running coin collection extravaganza, but thankfully all coins are in midair. The Raccoon Leaf lets us fly under all of it and enter World Mushroom. We beat level 2-1 twice, once for the main exit and once for the secret exit. We'll be taking the main path, but the secret exit leads into a Toad House, giving us our first mini mushroom. This is the most valuable power-up in the entire run, and each Toad House will only let you grab one before poofing out of existence. Don't grab it unless you know you can make it count. This coin gap is normally an impassable wall, but Mini Mario has no trouble swimming past it. Likewise, the Ghost House has a hallway with an ultra-wide line of coins that just so happens to be exactly thin enough that Mini Mario can make a darned near pixel-perfect leap over. Thanks to the Mini Mushroom, we've made it to Mushroom-Cannon, but unfortunately, it's time to part ways and swap back to the Super Leaf. This is the first major roadblock level. Boomerang Bros underneath the coins prevent us from just walking under, and we don't quite have enough space to fly over everything without getting hit. It took over an hour to nail it, but after jumping over Boomerang Bro 1, stall yourself on the ledges before Boomerang Bro 2, popping up from underneath his second boomerang. Doing this sets the upcoming crows in position to keep you bouncing above the screen long enough to reach the exit towards World Flower. Flower-1's main exit is a breeze, but its secret exit takes some master coin dodging with most of your movement happening off-screen. Use the Raccoon Leaf and hold your breath to ride the question block long enough to shoot for the sky. It leads us to Flower-A, but unfortunately the path loops through this coin-littered tunnel with no room to dodge, making the only path forward inaccessible. The only other level available to us in World Flower is the Ghost House. Whoops! Turns out the entirety of World Flower is a totally pointless distraction, and the hours we just spent getting there were absolutely wasted. It's not all the way back to the start, thankfully. I wasn't quite ready to permanently give up my mini mushroom way back when, so I kept a backup save handy. We may not be able to skip straight to the end of the game, but we've still got a fighting chance. The beginning of Mushroom-Castle has this ultra-hazardous section requiring super pinpoint bouncing. And just before the boss door, you'll have to pass through a hallway with rotating platforms, coins above you, and death following right behind. It may take a few dozen tries, but once you finally get the perfect run, you'll clear World Mushroom and move into World 3. Minor issue with 3-Fortress. My strategy here requires two power-ups. The Mini Mushroom to swim through an extremely tight coin gap, and the Fire Flower to kill the Resnors at the end. You can store power-ups in reserve on the bottom screen by collecting one while already powered up, but I was an idiot and never planned things out when I originally grabbed the Mini Mushroom. The current reserve item is a totally useless Super Leaf with no way to replace it without exiting mini status. However, super coincidentally luckily, at the same time you unlock the fortress, you also gain access to a second Toad House, in which we can sacrifice our mini mushroom for the Fire Flower and then immediately turn back into mini and bank the Fire Flower in our inventory. This mistake permanently costs us our mini mushroom abilities after the fortress though, so we're gonna need a lot of finesse to fit our giant hitbox through the upcoming levels. And no, we can't just grab another one from level 3-B. I tried tried to beat it, but I hope you can forgive me for giving up. Thankfully, while he's no mini Mario, Small Mario's hitbox is still low enough to make it through the upcoming stages. It's a long and arduous journey, but we can get past everything the game throws at us up into World 4. There's a shortcut after the Ghost House that takes us directly to the World 4 castle, but in order to head through, we need to beat 4-A, at the end of which is this vortex of economic doom. If I were good at video games, I might be able to squeeze through legit, but I'm not, so instead we're gonna have to cheese it. In a warp pipe halfway through the level is a rotating power-up block, one of its power-ups being a star. Grab the star and rush to the vortex and you'll have just enough time to kill off a couple of the previously invincible enemies. The gap will now be big enough for you to make it through the other side to arrive at and complete 4-Castle. Now that we're at World 5, I've got some real good news. We now have access to level 5-3. The beginning looks less than promising. Normally, you're supposed to get into this pipe and cannon launch into a ton of coins, but there's actually just enough space on the left to get Super Leaf Flight started by abusing the level boundary. From there, you can fly into the level proper, in which there exists a secret block with the ultimate prize, a mini mushroom. From now on, we can replay this level and grab the mini mushroom as many times as we want, meaning we have unlimited permanent access to every power-up and can enter every level in whatever form we deem most useful. There's not much left the game can throw to keep us back now. We mini-mush and super leaf our way through the Ghost House secret exit, Golden Coin Chip, and 5-Castle, making it to the finale, World 6. The Ghost House near the beginning does have a secret exit you could use to skip to the castle, but it's a little bit impossible, so you'll be going the long way around. Though your patience will absolutely be tested, the main path doesn't feature anything explicitly impossible, especially with every power-up in the game at your disposal. The end of 6-4 is the highlight, featuring several darned near totally full screens worth of coins. Luckily, the Super Leaf's flight timer instantly resets to full whenever you land while moving, allowing you to make pit stops on the moving platform and fly over the entire Golden Onslaught, clearing the only stage that stands a chance at stopping our frugal quest towards Bowser's Castle. I recommend going through the entire gauntlet as Mini Mario. This section with rows of coins protected by flame geysers looks intimidating, but there's actually plenty of time to jump between each gap. Just don't take too long to get your bearings. 3 coins try to stop you just before the door to the Koopaling room, but they're actually aligned in just the right way such that tapping the jump button while standing still gives you the perfect jump height to squeeze between. Walk down the final hallway and prepare yourself for a showdown with Bowser, who thankfully forgot to bring his wallet. There are only 3 sets of coins during the battle, all of which are sectioned off at the left and right edges of the screen, making them easily avoidable. With the last switch pressed and Princess Peach rescued, the new Super Mario Bros. 2 coinless run isn't over yet. What, did you seriously think Bowser was the final boss? Who do you think put all those coins in our way in the first place? The true villain and final boss of New Super Mario Bros. 2's coinless run is the new Super Mario Bros. 2 dev team. These absolutely bloodthirsty monsters don't know when they've been beat and are catapulting a bonanza of coins at us on our trip back to Peach's castle. And to make matters worse, this is still technically part of the final level. You touch a single coin and you're heading all the way back to the beginning of Bowser's Castle. It's gonna take a lot of memorization and a little luck, but I assure you, every individual coin in this onslaught is 100% dodgeable. The exact order and timing of the coins getting launched is consistent, so before you actually go in, I recommend studying a video of the end credits being played. Most of the time, you'll be hugging the right edge of the screen, but when bonanzas rain up from below, you'll want to be hugging the left edge. When the UI designers show themselves, move to the center of the screen and get ready for coins to rain on you from above. They never fall from the center, so that's your safe zone. When the special thanks are almost over, run to the left edge of the screen and pray to the almighty RNG gods. With the final coin bonanza behind you, Princess Peach safely delivered home and Shigeru Miyamoto stomping his hat in frustration, the new Super Mario Bros. 2 coinless run is mission complete. Before I go, shout out to Nintendo Unity who did their own coinless run a while back. I honestly brushed off the the idea as impossible until somebody pointed out their run already existed, so this video wouldn't exist without theirs. Plus, if you like this run, you might also be interested in Steve Gaming's video on the coinless New Super Mario Bros. U run. He reminded me I need to get off my lazy butt and make this video. Without him, it wouldn't have been possible. And finally, if you want to see my own run in its entirety, I edited together a demonstration of every exit I managed to clear, even the ones that led absolutely nowhere because I'm an idiot. Link in the description. Special thanks to all Patreon backers, including Andrew Seibert, Mrs. Seckman, Eric Flynn, Les Lamb, David 20 Covers, RB Drock, Solanome, Chaz M, Mr. Harry Wonka, Alexander Botkin, Chris Nate, Anyu, Salieri, Ross Clark, Ikrira, Jez, Robert B. Brashier, Citrus Lush, Zainabane, BCR Main Sound, Joshua Bradbury, Vincent Hall, Basinger 313, Vincent YT, Yellow Alert, Game Guy Rusty, Anon42, Suit, Robert Sepazon, Alex Nelson, I'm Going to Unban Julia Sino, Pepsi Man EXE, Christian Long, Jen Duro, Justin L, The Quacky Gamer, Chocolate Boy 97, Bainbridge, and that one weird person I guess. Let me know how much this video sucks and how I can improve in the comments below. Intrinsic rewards for watching, and get out of my house.